this outro while I'm driving. So I just finished the TKAA event at Beaver Dam Creek. Kayak tournament, bass, 2 biggest fish, and I got first. I was sweating. Top 3 was fairly close, but I did it. I think I ended up winning by a little bit over an inch. Really great guys, really good event. The weather was horrible, but I wanted it to stay horrible. What I didn't want to deal with is a weather change. Right now, beautiful, sunny, it's warming up, plenty of sun out here. It's been raining buckets for days, and cold, really cold, like you needed a coat a little while ago. So I didn't want the weather to change in the middle of fishing. I wanted it just to stay stable, even though stable was garbage. I didn't want to have to deal with it. So definitely that morning was rough. I think I went, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours without a bite. And then got that first fish, got it on the spinnerbait. Then I adapted, took that as a clue, went to moving baits and fine-tuned it until finally I got to that swim jig, that bluegill imitation swim jig that I built. And that thing did damage, man. It was the only bait all day that actually caught more than 1 fish. I caught a fish on a crankbait and then nothing else on a crankbait. The 1 fish on the spinnerbait was the only one on the spinnerbait. Got a pike on a slider worm, but it wasn't a plastics day. What else did I catch a fish on? Got a fish on a flipping jig, a nice fish. That had nothing to do with my pattern. That literally was just textbook bass fishing 101. Looking at the cover that I had, looking at that big giant tree, I knew there had to be a fish there. So I just flipped and pitched until I found the one spot that fish was holding on the trunk and stuck it, and I knew immediately, as soon as I set the hook, I knew that was the fish I needed to get in the boat. So all in all, I am pleased. It's $645 check. So not my first tournament win, but definitely the biggest payout I've ever gotten from a tournament. So yeah, today was a good day. Wet, cold, a little dejected to start. You know, I didn't want a goose egg, and I was just fishing to be somebody who had a fish. It's my first kayak event, but ended up taking first place. So did a lot of culling, but didn't cull that fish that hit that spinnerbait. And it was, or did I cull that fish? I don't know. But my first fish was on that that Evolution Lure spinnerbait. So it's a company that I work for. They make a good product, and I had no hesitations on tying it on, so it worked. And man, it stuck that fish. I think it double stitched it. Actually put the hook in it twice, so stayed buttoned up, got it to the boat. Love the kayak mods I did. The way I set the boat up for the tournament, I'll do a separate video with that. Like, I made a holder for the net, clipped my hog trough and my grippers and everything perfectly, anchored the paddle differently. Everything worked out great. The only problem I ran into was I didn't have a lot of footage of what I did because the rain and the wind. I just couldn't turn around in the boat to change the battery in the GoPro. I couldn't charge the session, and I couldn't turn around and change the battery in the GoPro behind me. So may have to think up something different for that. But man, that was a rough day. That wind, God, that wind was horrible. Now I'm stuck behind a tanker truck. Let's see if we can't jump over here. So yep, all in all, good day. So hope you like the footage. I hope I've got enough footage to actually use, but see you next video.